billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I start in the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. My respected scholars, elders, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Firstly, on behalf of the management committee, we want to send our Khushali Mubarak to everyone that's attended here today on the Wiladat of Bibi Zainab. Salamu alayha. Just a quick couple of announcements from myself and Brother Samir and Shani Abbas. Firstly, I just wanted to it's been 6 months since the management committee has now been, the new management committee has been in place. And I've had a varied set of reactions over the past days. Some of them have said, or some people have approached me and said, Alhamdulillah, 6 months, time has flown by really quickly. Some people have said, Shukr, Alhamdulillah, 6 months have gone quickly. Hopefully the rest of the 18 months remaining will also go quickly. But I just wanted to give you a quick update on some things that have happened, some things that are going to come, and some other updates that Shani Abbas and Samir will provide. So on the screen, what I've got is just some of the focus areas that we've had over the past 6 months. These are really just some of the key items that I just wanted to bring to everyone's attention. Some of them you may have heard, but it's always good to have a recap. On the left-hand side there is some of the things coming out of the AGM. And some of you recall from the AGM, there was sort of 3 really high focus items we had. The first one, the resident alim appointment, which we'll come to in a bit more in a second. But we've been about 3 years without a resident alim, as most of you are aware, right? So a difficult period for us. We've managed to get by thanks to the support of many people from our community. If I have to give some special mentions to Mullah Abdullah, Brother Husayn Abdullah, Sheikh Mujtaba Muraj, Muhammad Muraj. We've had Murtaza Uncle Haji, Sayyid Ali Imran, and there's others, I'm sure, and apologies if I've forgotten, but the community has really come together. And the journey we went on with the task force that you guys remember that we established to put in place, we went through a long process, and Sheikh Anwar Jafar, who's been appointed, was part of that process and successful in that. So he's now on board, and we'll talk about that in a second. In addition to that, there was the refurbishment of the property, which is 20 Bridge Road, adjacent to the Masjid, and that's where Sheikh will be residing. There was a lot of work that went into that, and I want to thank everyone that was part of the process in getting that ready. I know a lot of work went into that. That was the first item. The second item is the mobile home issue. That was something that came up. Some of you are aware that we had made an investment that was bringing some income to us, which ran into some issues. Again, this one, we were able to quickly, in fact, probably the first Jamaat to get this one resolved, because a lot of our sister Jamaats across Europe had made a similar investment. We were able to sign a new contract in June 2019. And we've just had just shy of 8,000 pounds of payments received thus far. So not out of the woods yet, but again, some good work from various members of the community. I wanted to call out specifically Brother Barkat Walji, Sister Maimuna Walji as well, and all of the trustees, especially Murtaza Uncle Haji, for supporting us in getting those contracts and the paperwork turned around really quickly. And the third item is just around the accounts. Actually, I've been able to witness firsthand the amount of work that goes into the accounts area. Not an easy area at all, right? There's a lot of thought that needs to go into it. Takes a lot of time. But happy to report that we made some good progress. The 2017-18 accounts have been submitted to the Charity Commission. So if you look online, we're green now. And when it comes to 2018-2019, those are just being finalized for submission. So some great work there by the Treasury team. The past president, Brother Asad Somani, has been very, very key and instrumental in that. So thank you, Brother Asad, for that. You don't get to run away from community work, unfortunately. So thank you, and also Brother Muhammad Walji and the rest of the Treasury team. Also, the gift aid work that is just on there, that's in progress. So that hopefully we'll get that turned around. We will be talking about these and other items in the EOGM. I'll touch on that in just a second. Some of the other items that we've been able to go through, and this is just a snapshot of some of those. We went live with our new website. All of you hopefully are now clicking onto that. It is evolving, right, and being refined. So the team have done a great job in bringing that online. Also, we've been able to monetize our YouTube content, which has raised us about £250 to date, and that will increase all the time. So, you heard the qasidas, the material recited in the center, and not only this, the current stuff, but also the previous stuff, right? Please go and click on. Every time you click on those, you benefit our Jamaat, right? So please do that. We also had a successful launch of the Imam Husayn Tabligh stall in town. This year's one was on the 1st of December. I know a lot of you were able to visit. For those of you who didn't, it was a great success. Brother Ali Abbas Rajani was instrumental in pulling that together. A lot of volunteers helping with that, including the support of the Husayn team as well. We plan to run that every quarter, and it's a stall that is right near the clock tower, so a very prominent position in the city centre. The other one is the investment property purchase. We just bought a property number 83 Bridge Road. It's currently going through refurbishment, so that completed. Brother Jabir Bojani, Mustafa Walji, Mohammad Walji all key in the purchase of that property, and the refurbishment works are due to complete by March 2020, inshallah. There's also some needed system upgrades and repairs that need to be done. The alarm system is now Wi-Fi enabled, which helps Haider Uncle out a lot, I know, and many others, right? We've got the central heating system, which needed some upgrades, and electrical system in our exterior painting. And last but not least, just the multiple community updates, I think, or events, should I say. It's very enlightening for us. We all get to see the various programs organized by the Ladies Subcommittee, the Belul Society, the Little Angels teams, the seniors teams. Everyone really comes together. So it's really positive for everyone, and that really continues. So I just want to express my thanks to all of those who are participating, organizing, and making those a success. So just very quickly, some priority items for the next 6 months. On the left-hand side, just some dates for your diary, right? So the EOGM, we're due one now, so that we are planning, inshallah, for the 9th of February. So please save that date. We want you all to attend. There's some key things we're going to talk about there. Obviously, the accounts, we need to get those rubber stamps, so those will be reviewed. There's also something we're working on at the moment. Brother Samir is coordinating that for us, which is called the Charity Incorporated Organization, or the CIO. And that's a term you'll hear. What it does do, it makes our risk liability from a charity a lot better, right? We've got a lot of assets now. There's a lot of liabilities that come into place. So there's some structural things we're working on to go and put that into place. It also helps with the administration when it comes to our properties and whose name they're in and those kind of things. So these are important things that we need to get in place for our future. So in addition to that, we've got the Ladies Subcommittee elections. Again, same day, we're going to try and hold that so we don't take too much of everyone's weekends away. And finally, just there on the left, what we are launching is something called the Source. Source spelled SOURCE, and not the sauce that you put on your chips or anything like that, right? And the idea of this is it's a quarterly community newsletter, right? Just to share some key information. A lot of you have given feedback to say, whilst we're announcing stuff, we're putting stuff out on WhatsApp groups, sometimes those things are missed. So just doing a little summary is something that we thought would help for everyone in getting the message across. And something we wanted to launch tonight, so something called the Modernization Program. We've been in this center now for, is it 12, 13 years? Yeah? It's been a long while, right? And I think whilst the center still, mashallah, looks fresh and clean, and there's a lot of people who help with maintaining that, we think there's some things that need to be done to just sort of modernize our environment, right? So there's some works we've done. These are some of the things we'd like to do. So there's a Gentzuri construction project. So this area here on the left-hand side you see here, Noshad Uncle and Ashik Bai have been key in coming up with the design. So inshallah, that will be, the construction of that is going to be started in early Jan. In fact, it's going to be somewhere behind me. If you need more information or want more information, please speak to both of those guys and they'll tell you about what we have planned. Also, the porch area to the gents and ladies entrance. So we've got quotes for that. That's something we're planning for. I know that has come up in the AGM a few times, so that's something we inshallah want to make a start on. LED lighting across the center. It'll help us not only be more environmentally friendly, but also reduce our costs. have Wi-Fi across the center. Everything's Wi-Fi connected, enabled, but unfortunately our Wi-Fi is restricted just to one area. So we want to extend that out. And then lastly, the Al Zahra Center, which if made, it's used so much. It's so important to our day-to-day runnings. A lot of our subcommittees use it for their events. There's also private hire functions we use for that. We really need to get that place looking a little bit more fresher. So there's some doors and heating work we need to do in there. Also, the ghusl room and the toilets need looking at. And we also want to have a resident alim's office. Sheikh Anwar has made it very clear to us that he wants somewhere to go and work, but also to make him accessible to all of the community. So that's something we're going to go do. The total estimated budget is about 65K. I will tell you that the funds are open. We really need your generosity. We'll be approaching some of you as well. Please feel free to come forward, and we can take you through some of the details which we're starting to pull together around all of this stuff. So may Allah reward you all for your generosity, and please support us as much as you can. The next one, I'll hand it over to Shanewaz. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Jibril. I think my bit is not as exciting as his, and I'm not going to be asking for £65,000. Just to give you guys just an update on the World Federation presidential election. So you may be aware that the election will be taking place in January 2020. The nominations are open and they close on the 2nd of January. So far, we have 4 candidates. So the first one is Brother Ashik Rashid from Birmingham, UK. Brother Ashik is the head of SND, the senior network desk at college, and has held various positions at Jamaat and college level. Second candidate is Brother Safdar Jafar from Dubai, who lectures and has also been the head of IEB at World Federation. The third candidate is Brother Mazhar Jumani from Pakistan. He is the ex-president of the KPSIJ community in Karachi. And last but not least, Dr. Husayn Jiwa from Peterborough, UK. You all know him. He was the past president of college and has held various positions at college level. So these are the 4 candidates we've had at the moment. Inshallah, they will be finalized by the electoral commissioner on 2nd of January. So the process is that on the 30th and the 31st of January, the elections will be taking place. The management committee will be appointing 2 electoral commissioners from Leicester, one in the gents, one in the ladies, and we'll communicate those out to you soon once they're decided. And I think that's it from WF. If I can please ask Samir to come forward to finish up the rest of the announcements. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. It's the problem when the others are too tall for you. Okay, so this is I think the most important part today. So, one of the things that I've learned over the last 6 months since joining is that when you're on that side, it's a different ball game. But when you're on this side, you actually get to see a lot of what's happening, right? So what I've noticed myself is that there's a lot of people who work behind the scenes, and sometimes it's forgotten. So what I'm planning to do is just go through that recognition here. So what we've decided is there's quite a lot of people that work throughout the year, and it's been a very, very difficult decision here because there's people that have been working over the whole life. But what we've come up with is 2 people that we want to give the Community Excellence Awards 2019, and inshallah we'll continue to do this to ensure that people are recognized for the hard work that they do. Okay, so Sister Sukaina Fazil, so referred to as Sukaina Auntie by our students, is the founder and head principal of Sharikatul Husayn Saturday Workshop Madrasa in Leicester. Established in 1996, Sharikatul Husayn provides Quran, Salah, Tariq, Akhlaq, Fiqh studies to children between the ages of 4 to 16. So under Sister Sukaina's leadership, the workshop has continue to innovate and grow. The syllabus has been expanded to include GCSE Islamic Studies, Performing Arts, Sports and Social Development. The workshop promotes and is an advocate of youth development and community cohesion, and currently has over 200 students from the Poja, Afghani, Pakistani, Bohra, Iraqi, Iranian, and African communities in Leicester, and also surrounding areas in the East Midlands. Sister Sukaina is also a risk and intelligence officer at the HMRC and is married to brother Husayn. Together they have 2 children, Zara and Qaim, both of whom are active in the running of the workshop. MKSI Leicester would like to recognize Sister Sukaina for her contributions to the community of Leicester for the past 23 years, and pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants her good health and rewards her efforts abundantly. Ameen. Let's recite a loud salawat for Sister Sukaina Faza. Can I ask one of the members of the ladies subcommittee to provide the award to her? Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Okay, let's just recite a few more, so we will give it that little bit of time so that the award can be given. Salawat. Okay, in the meantime, so Ali Abbas Rajani has been an active member of the community in Leicester. For the past 12 years, he has served in various capacities in the management committee under 6 different teams, and is currently head of programs and chief digital officer. He is a committed, valued and trusted volunteer and a leader within the Jamaat. Ali Abbas is responsible for the planning of key functions held at Masjid al-Husayn, including Muharram, Ramadan, Thursday nights, Kushali Wafat, and other youth programs. Ali Abbas has a passion for serving the Ahlul Bayt, that's very much obvious, and leads the organization of the annual Julus and Matamdari events, which attracts participants from across the UK. His father, we all know this, Noshad Uncle Karmali Rajani from Songea, Tanzania, and he is the youngest of 5 siblings. Ali Abbas is 20, I shouldn't say that. And a charity account, he's a chartered accountant by profession. Okay, so MKSI Leicester wants to recognize Ali Abbas for his dedication and service to the community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him a long and prosperous life for his efforts. Ameen. Salawat. Okay, so this one, Jibril, the president, wanted to, he's actually selected the person. And the reason why I'm doing this is because he believes that if he had got up here, he would have got a little bit emotional. So anybody in our generation would all agree that Muslim Uncle has been a pioneer in bringing us up, right? So if you can, Muslim Uncle, if you can come, Kaka, if you can come over to the podium to give Ali Abbas his award. Salawat. Jibril, you're making us all emotional here. Salawat. It's really good work, Ali Abbas. Keep it up, mashallah. Okay, so this is the moment we've all been waiting for, right? And Jibril has already explained that as well. In the making, right? So I'm going to make a quick introduction and I'll let Sheikh continue with his introduction on the pulpit. So Sheikh comes with 10 years of studies in Iraq, in Najaf, and also 5 years in Najaf and 5 years in Iran, right? So, you know, Sheikh's married with 2 children, a 3-year-old boy, and also a newborn baby. She's 4 months, right? And her name is Khadija. Let's welcome him, our resident alim, with a loud salawat. Allah. Okay, before Sheikh starts his lecture, I just wanted to recognize the following people as well. So, Marhum Sajjad Karim, it's been 2 years since he's passed away, who was an active member of our community. But also, this Majlis has been sponsored by for the Salih Sawab of the following. So, Marhum Muhammad Ali Bhai Jafar, Marhum Sajjad Karim, Marhum Abdul Uncle Karim Al Aditya, one of our was a longest standing Mukhi, Marhum Muhammad Khoja, and all for all marhumeens. Let's recite a Surah Fatiha.